What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to Soulsborne Academy. Don't mind the hunter in the corner, they are just here for your protection. There is a cheese that I saw on YouTube of someone actually not having to encounter Vicar Amelia in all of her slamminess. And I thought to myself, ooh, this might make an interesting Soulsborne Academy video to see how and if this cheese actually works, because sometimes you see cheeses and they don't actually work the way they're supposed to a degree. You have to do certain things in order for the cheese to work, in a sense. So I thought, since I'm taking you guys through each boss of Bloodborne, I thought I'd tell you guys the correct way how to beat Vicar Amelia, and then we're going to see if we can cheese her to do the very... It's not that it's incorrect, because you can play however you want to play, but the more funny way of how to beat her and how to cheese her. It's quite interesting because I had already beaten Vicar Amelia twice in previous runs that I did of this game, as you guys know. So going into this and just cheesing the boss is going to be so hilarious to see if I can actually do this. So first we're going to go in on how you actually beat the boss the correct way. And just to keep in mind, there's no right or wrong way in order to beat any boss in Bloodborne or any of the Souls games. They're just recommendations. What you want to do mostly is go behind her and attack her ankles, but mostly focus on her arms because one of them is weaker than the other. The weaker one being the one that is clutching the amulet. So if you can get to that arm primarily, that is the best thing. You want to do a few hacks on the right leg, few hacks on the left leg, and at some point they will break. Then you want to focus on the arm, and once that is done, she'll start to heal herself. And by this point, you should be roughly around halfway through her health. And by the halfway point, she starts to heal. And if you have enough numbing mist with you, it stops the healing process, so you won't have to worry about her constantly regaining energy or gaining health back. After that, and after you've stopped her health entirely, you can carry on, do basically the same, wash, rinse, repeat type method. Focusing on her legs, focusing on her body. You can get viscerals on her, but you can't parry this boss at all, so sorry. She gets a little, how should I put this? Very aggressive whenever it gets to the bottom part of the health bar. Remember how I showed you guys that there was that little white part that's a little bit thicker towards the end of the health than the rest of the health bar? Yeah, she's gonna get very, very aggressive during that part. That's technically the second phase, even though the entire boss battle is basically the same thing. It's just more intense at the end. And congratulations, you got through Vicar Amelia, and it should be fairly straightforward and simple, but she hits so hard that it makes the boss very difficult for new players. Vicar Amelia is by far, I would say, one of the most difficult bosses if you are new to Souls games, just at all in general. So now let's go in and see if we can try to cheese Vicar Amelia, because I've beat her enough times. I don't need to properly beat her one more time just to get through to the other bosses. And I have 19 insight, so the interesting thing, and I want to explain this really quickly before I go into this, is that the more insight you have, the more you are going to see around you, which is kind of interesting because same goes for life, right? The more you have the rose-colored glasses off, the more insight you'll have into the world around you. Same topic goes for here. It's very philosophically driven, of where you have 19 and up going insight, you're going to see things about different creatures and your surroundings that are constantly changing, new enemies that are attached to the amygdala, new things that are happening. Like if you noticed, in the staff that the enemy had, it was red and glowing. If you have below, I think 19 or 15 insight, you're not going to see that on their staff. So I can actually, I think I did an entire video on the philosophy of the insight, but I can do an updated version of that because some of my thoughts have changed completely on how insight is represented in the game and the psychology behind it. So if that's a video you guys would like, let me know down in the comments. Okay, let's see if this actually works. So he said to be right in the corner. Son of a... It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't... It didn't work. Okay, listen, it didn't work. I might try it again if I die. Oh, don't do that to me, please. Whoa. I don't want to fight you again. I've spent almost 3 times fighting you. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I need to heal. I almost completely forgot to heal. Ow. Yeah. Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, she did it. Oh, no, I'm still alive. Damn. Oh, my God. Oh, this is funny. I don't think I angled myself well enough. Stay close behind. No, okay, that didn't work. See what I'm talking about of how kind of, you know, aggressive she can get, and that's not even down to where technically her second phase is. Okay, so I looked at the video again, and your angle, like the angle that you point your character at, has to be looking at the wall, can't be looking at the fog gate, which is interesting. I really want this to work. I really want to be able to, like, I've done several cheeses that absolutely work, but I've never seen a cheese for Vicar Amelia like this before. It's so strange, but it, you know, I've seen it work in his videos, so therefore it must work, right? So I mean, you know, and other people have tried doing it too. It wasn't just this guy, so yeah. Okay, let's see this again and see how this will possibly work. Did I do it? Did I do? I think I did it, you guys. Oh my God, do you need an inhaler? I think you need an inhaler. I need one too. This is... What the heck? This is some witchcraft. Okay, I'm gonna... hold on, after I... Okay, wait a second. This is unreal. I have never done a cheese that has worked this well before, besides the one in Elden Ring. I'm kind of speechless right now, you guys. Okay, look at that one, that one paw. It's just very bloody right now. I'm afraid that she's going to come to life at any moment and just say, got ya. Is that, oh. Wait, is that? Go. You're joking. You're joking! You're absolutely joking. Oh my God. That worked way better than I thought it was going to. I think it was on my third try. I got that down, but hold on, let me get the name of the channel that I got this from originally, because this chef's kiss, it worked beautifully. So this is from the channel called Oogles. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for posting that video on the cheese. That was a lot of fun. As someone who has beaten Vicar Amelia every single playthrough that I've done for this, not having to beat her again was just the chocolate on top of the cake. It was wonderful. And to be fair, she's not a difficult boss, but it's tiring having to deal with her slammies. But what I would highly recommend for all new Bloodborne players is to at least beat her once before cheesing her at all. And I would say that for every single boss in Bloodborne. So we're gonna go over here and touch the skull. This is a cool cutscene though. I like this cutscene.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
I recognize that area.
Fear it, Lawrence.
And Lawrence is the first, not the first boss, but the boss in the DLC that you'll fight against. And yeah, that you guys have probably seen me in a live stream try to take on more than once. But we're gonna up the ante on this, and I just can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. That was a cheese that really worked. That was so... that was fun. That was fun. I think half the joy in it is seeing the cheese actually work. That's half the joy of it. Oh yeah, this is for co-op. Okay, so the eye of the blood-drunk hunter beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Odin's chapel. The eye of the blood-drunk hunter is so you guys can go into the DLC, which, if you follow me over here, to your right, you'll see another headstone, which is for the DLC. And the first boss that you meet in the DLC would be Ludwig. Lawrence is one that you you don't have to encounter to finish the DLC. It's an optional boss, but I would highly recommend it. I still have yet to beat that boss myself. The timing on that. Wait a second, if that had been when I didn't actually figure out the cheat, oh my god. But yeah, during the DLC is when you encounter Lady Maria, and that's the one I am most excited to show you guys about, because that boss gives a lot of people a headache when it's really, really simple and very easy to parry. So I'll be doing a very in-depth guide on her boss as well. Now I'm probably going to regret saying this one, but I'm also going to be doing a boss guide on Orphan of Cause. That boss is just extraordinarily easy once you get the hang of it. It was one of the tougher ones for me because, hello, the first time that you fight any boss is a very tough boss, but in the moment, one of the most difficult bosses I ever fought besides Ishin Sword Saint. And Sekiro isn't even considered a Souls game, but again, incredibly difficult. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, your hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.